Hi all, it's Rach from Spiritual and Angelic Guidance. I'm here to do a reading for Aries. Now this will be for December 2023. If you've seen my readings before, welcome back. If you haven't, welcome to my channel. I hope it resonates. If it does, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Don't forget though, it is a general reading, so it's not going to suit everyone, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Also, time can be fluid, energy can be vice versa. So just keep that in mind. All right, Aries. Bad habits. Looks like either you can't get over a bad habit or some sort of addiction, some sort of toxic habit. This could be drugs, alcohol, gambling, any or all of the above. I feel like since I started this reading, started shuffling and thinking about you guys, I feel like I've got a frog in my throat. So generally for me, that means you're not speaking your truth with something. And then the rejected card came, good English, came out. So possibly you're feeling rejected. Maybe somebody just didn't want to, or you didn't get to speak your truth to this person. Sorry, I was just looking at the next card. Grudge holder. So this could be you holding a grudge, somebody else holding a grudge over something. Did you not see that someone's got bad habits, or you and this person possibly were toxic together? Maybe you didn't see that they had some sort of addiction. Oh, hiccups now. They didn't also see that you maybe had addictions. So somebody's really holding a grudge, yet the other person's really unfazed. So really, it's not really bothering them that, you know, they're not talking to you or you're not talking to them. Somebody feels like, whether it's, maybe it's you, like the person that feels rejected is whoever that is the person that also feels like they don't get as much attention as you do. Yeah, you just feel like if you're the one that's unfazed, you're too busy winning. So really it's not like, it doesn't bother you, but it seems to bother them. This person though sort of acts rich. Somebody here acts rich. Somebody here, you know, acts fancy, likes to show off, all that kind of thing. Like they like to fake that they've got something more than what they've got. You've got ego, played out, thief. So with the bad habits, if this was about a relationship, it's like you let this, or they let this get in front of the relationship. So if it's like a toxic relationship, then the toxic relationship maybe was like ego based. Sometimes the ego was getting in the way of the relationship for someone. Yeah, I feel like somebody was like in competition with other people. They could have stolen something from you. And maybe that's why there's the grudge. Happiness hater. Somebody really just hates that, you know, if you're just moving on because you're unfazed, they really don't like it. And if that's you, you really don't like it. You don't like that somebody's just able to move on and not give two shits and move on to the next relationship. And with the groupie comment, as I said, somebody's pretending to be more than they are. And they want to act like they're too busy winning, that they're, they don't need you or you don't need them. It's all fake. It's all fake smiles. As I said, though, competing. There's some sort of arguments over other people, maybe. So, yeah, they're putting on a fake smile. They're pretending that everything's great. That, they're winning at life because they're no longer, with you or whatever this is, right? But somebody here is fishing for comments. So whoever the groupie person is, the one that, likes to get other people's attention, they do it because they're fishing for comments. They do it because they probably don't have a very high self-esteem. It's more about low self-esteem. So I feel like someone here is definitely, they're definitely putting on a front though. So take as resonates, whether you're the one holding the grudge, whether you're the one that's unfazed. Somebody here is, yeah, that's one person and the unfazed is another. Wow, whole heap turned over. We've got shamed, karmic lesson, divine feminine, closing the cycle, rejected, again, rejected, and mirroring. So, yeah, you're mirroring each other. That's the first thing. As I said to you, somebody here definitely feels rejected, and that's shown with that card and also that card. So 2 rejected cards. Somebody is definitely feeling rejected, but this is all about closing the cycle. So you might have felt rejected. Here's an example. As I said, take as resonates, but it's like you could have had some sort of addiction, or it's just a toxic relationship, but they felt rejected because, and they're holding a grudge, yet here you are unfazed. It could be you, could be them, switch if need be. But whatever's going on, you're both mirroring each other. So you're both feeling rejected in some way. So whether somebody felt like they had to compete, so whether it was you had to, or they felt like they always had to compete with other people over, you, because, you're liked by other people. And so, you just moved on and, with someone else. It's like, okay, there's one moving on to the next and they felt rejected, or vice versa. Maybe they moved on and they feel unfazed and you're all upset because they've moved on and don't really care. Whatever this is though, it's all about closing the cycle. So learn the lesson. So whatever this was, it was a huge lesson because you are closing the cycle. And it was definitely a karmic lesson. So whatever this was, it's going to hurt. Karmic lessons are never good. Karmic lessons are either, they're big lessons we have to learn in our lives. So it's either you teaching someone their lesson or they are teaching you a lesson, or both. But whoever the divine feminine is, I feel like this is you. This is you closing the cycle. This is you realizing this is a karmic lesson. You felt rejected. But also ashamed. Somebody here feels ashamed for something they felt guilty for, or embarrassed, or they know that they were in the wrong and they're ashamed. But it's too late. Isn't it funny though when you have a breakup and then, people are posting photos saying like they're all happy and fake smiles and everything's, happy ever after, when in fact they're probably, or they're obviously not. They're obviously feeling exactly the same that you do. More for Aries. So it looks like you had some sort of past life connection with somebody, or there's somebody around you that has a past life connection with you. And I feel like it's some sort of love in your life. This could be someone new coming in that's going to have the same shared visions, shared values. It's going to be a very passionate connection. But there's also going to be deception. So whether this is you being deceptive, maybe with the whole bad habits, or whether this was them. And it even talks on there, falling into bad habits. False illusions, like I said, which is the same as fake flexing. Somebody is definitely pretending to be more than they are. And weird, I just got deja vu. I feel like I've done this reading before, even though I haven't done this reading before. Interesting. Because I remember talking about the fake flexing, and I only just got these cards the other day, so that's interesting. But anyway, so false illusions, yeah, falling into bad habits. Somebody is definitely deceptive about something. Can you tell me more about Aries? Oop. Way too many. There's going to be some sort of apology, whether it's you, whether it's them. But as I said, this situation, it's like somebody did somebody wrong. The other person is holding a grudge, yet the other person's unfazed. It's like they don't really care. So, I mean, I think that was my bad shuffling. There's something, though, you need to give up. To get something in the future, there's something that you need to sacrifice. So obviously it's some sort of bad habit that you have. You need to stay dedicated to what it is you do want. So as I said, that you're going to have to sacrifice something. You're going to have to be dedicated, that you continue to go forward. You don't go back to toxic relationships or toxic bad habits. Stop focusing on one certain situation or relationship. You know, you might feel like you're quite obsessed about some sort of relationship or a situation, but whatever this is, it's not going to work. It's not for you. There's deception here. You both feel rejected. It's decisions came out in reverse, and I feel like that's because you're unable to make a decision when if you're using drugs or whatever this is. And I feel like at the moment you are so obsessed with whatever this is, this person or whatever. This is going to take strength and it's going to take patience, but you are going to have some sort of celebration. So something is going to come. But as I said, it's more about you. I feel like for now, you're kind of learning, or you need to learn from whatever this is. Because this was a karmic relationship. So this is not for you. You may have thought this was your person, but I feel like it's not, due to the deception card, and the fact that it's a cycle that's closing. Yeah. All right, so tell me more. Aries for December. I don't think they want to jump out. Yeah. It's funny though, you got this exact card, standing firm, and we're talking about strength. We're talking about patience. And now it says, I am noble, brave, and strong. It's all about strength. Like, you need to realize that you're okay. Things are going to work out. Look, the sun's right behind you. Everything is going to be fine. You're at the top where you need to be. So everything is going to turn out okay. And you've got awakening ancient wisdom. And for me, this is about deep inner knowing, but I also feel like it's you learning from what you've been through, realizing what needs to change, what needs to happen, and then you've got taking action, and then manifesting dreams, and then believing in magic and expecting miracles. And then you're going to be embarking on an adventure. Like, this is, like, if you could see the pattern is you make some changes and take the action, have your strength, just have patience, keep focusing on working on you, and you know what? And manifesting. They are going to happen. You just need to have faith. You need to just keep on working on you, and this is going to happen for you. But you're having a lot of these. This might be one relationship, this might be a few, but whatever this is, these are to teach you something. So you're going to keep getting the same lesson over and over and over until you learn it. Oh, that's sage. Okay, so tell me about Aries for December. Yeah. Oh, this is hilarious. And I don't mean this in a mean way, but like the people that I know that are Aries, like this is so them. They're in denial. Like, if I told you that you need to work on you and someone's not for you, and you know, I tell you the same things over and over, they're in denial. They don't want to learn. They don't want to accept that something is what I'm saying. And it talks about unhealthy cycles or addictions. The first card that came out was all about bad habits. You're denying, or you're in denial about toxic relationships. You're in denial about whatever addictions you have that you're not dealing with, because you know they're not addictions. They're just something small, or they're just here and there, now and then, social drinker, whatever, right? Stop denying the truth. Yes, having the wisdom. And it talks about knowledge is gained through experiences, or from a wise counselor, or maybe a tarot reader. And then look, acceptance, communicate. Acceptance is accepting the past, working through your issues. Communicate is receiving and expressing the truth. As I said, I had the throat issue, but it's also about receiving the truth. It's maybe you need to speak your truth to somebody, but maybe you also need to hear someone else's side. But you need to accept whatever issues you need to work through. Get out of the denial head phase and accept what you need to accept. Balance, juggling too many things at once. You need to find time for yourself. You've also got rest, resolving issues, and ask your angels. If you need support, ask. But also resolving issues talks about solving inner conflict with others, but also healing past traumas. Because, as I said, I feel like this is not, like, you know, what's that saying about the rodeo? It's not your first rodeo. Like, I feel like this has happened more than one time. But I also feel like denial about relationships. Like, when someone says, you know, this is a toxic relationship, I hear like, oh, we'll just see what happens. It's like you're in denial about it. Here we go. You need to boss up. You need to see situations for what they are. See that murky water and get away. You know, you need to realize you're a strong person, right? You have a fighting spirit. You just need to boss up. You just need to take back your inner strength and take back your own power from people. Don't give people the power to decide. You know, in the end, someone's not for you. If it's a toxic relationship, realize this and move on. The quicker you learn, the quicker you close that cycle off. Perfect moments and upside down, and that's interesting because the card is actually upside down. I feel like you don't know sort of like what to do from here. You don't know. It's the not knowing. It's the, like, I don't even feel like these are good relationships. But you kind of, I don't know, it's like you kind of are all over the place. Like, whether you feel like the upside down card just makes me feel like you don't have really sort of any idea about where to go, what to do. It's, I don't know, confusion. And I want to say, I'm getting, like, don't always, when you think of a relationship or whatever, don't forget that there are bad, right? So if you're in this toxic relationship, we always think about all the, oh, I remember when we did blah, blah, blah together. And I remember when we, you know, all those times that we would snuggle on the couch and we were affectionate. And yeah, but what about the other times when they were lying to you or cheating on you or hiding things from you or whatever it is that they were doing for you? It's like, what about those times? Yeah. As I said, this is like karmic. And whoever the woman is, this is like their karmic lesson. It is whoever the feminine is. You need to grow. You need to learn something from the past so you can actually grow and succeed. And you've also got the moon in reverse. Now, fives are about, or 32 being five, fives are about conflict, loss, and change. And the moon in the tarot is, the five is also the Hierophant, but which is also about not learning in reverse, but also the moon in reverse is like inner confusion, repressed emotions, having fear. Like, you know that there's so much uncertainty here, and you need to trust your feelings and your intuition, and because there's things being hidden from you. You've also got 34, which is 7 in reverse. Challenges and obstacles that you can't get past because it's in reverse. Now, this is a non-abundant, like, there's no abundance here. There's no success. There's no, what's the word I'm trying to think of? It's never going to be like your 10 of Pentacles. It's never going to be that happy family life with security and money. And, you know, maybe someone here is also really bad with money. Owls are very wise too. Like, with the wisdom card, I was just looking at that, and owls are very wise. So I feel like there's a lot of lessons here though, but the biggest lesson, I mean, what are you accepting, and why are you accepting this behavior? All right, tell me more. Give me more fairies for December. It's interesting, so far the Eight of Wands has come out. Now, Eight of Wands is about manifesting. It's about something happening very quickly, like it's speed. I want to say, though, it's also like you know where you need to be. Like, if you play darts, you know that, you know, the bullseye is like, that's where you want to be, right? I mean, I'm not really a dart person, but like, I'm sure that's probably worth the most points or something, right? It's like you know where you need to aim. You've just got to focus on that. The Hermit in reverse, Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Cups in reverse. I don't feel like you're really seeing something. You don't have clarity. You don't have the wisdom, and that's... But you also don't want to be by yourself is what I'm getting with the Hermit card. There's one more card. Yeah, you really don't want to be alone. Like, if you're alone, I feel like you're there talking to another person. Like you're online chatting, or you like to have the other opposite sex's what do I want to say? The opposite sex's attention. Actually, I really want to use this one. Then you've got the Queen of Wands. Now, this is also in reverse, telling me that you don't have a lot of self-worth. You don't have, you feel like you don't have the courage, and you're also not very decisive. Like, even though you know what you probably need to do, it's like you don't take the action to actually do it. Tell me about Aries person. Interesting. Remember when I said about you mirroring each other? The Hermit is under the Hermit. Lack of direction. As I said, I know you know where you need to head, right? You know to manifest, you need to focus on what you need, right? And only accept that. But underneath that, you've got the Chariot, telling me that you just have lack of direction. Either that, self-discipline even maybe, but it all comes back to you not wanting to be alone. Yeah, you're so focused on settling. I feel like you just settle for whatever. If someone's paying you attention, it's good. And I'm not trying to mean this in a mean way, but this is something for you to learn. It's a lesson. Like, if you make changes and you're determined and you take action, you will be successful. But at the moment, you're not doing that. There's no action being taken. There's no, like, you haven't yet completed the cycle. You haven't yet learnt the lesson. You haven't yet realized that these are karmics and there's things that you need to learn. And so you're continuing to go round and round and keep dating people that maybe you shouldn't. And as I said, the Hermit under the Hermit, here it's upright because you don't want to be alone. But you need to be here. You need to be okay with being on your own, spending time in your own company without worrying about the opposite sex or whoever, right? Like, whatever, maybe it's the same sex, whatever the situation is for you. You need to stop worrying about dating. You need to stop worrying about your love life. I feel like you just need to be okay in your own your own space, by yourself. You know, maybe spend some time working on you, doing some soul searching, you know, getting that wisdom, doing some meditation, getting some clarity, you know, trust your inner guidance that, you know, your intuition, any intuitive feelings you have. And then, as I said, you've got the Queen of Wands. You also need to have some sort of self-respect. Establish who you are. Have the self-confidence. But as I said to you before, with the Ace of Cups here, it's all about ego. I feel like this Queen of Wands is in reverse here because I feel like you do get a lot of attention. And rather than go, oh, I'm bored and I'm in a situation I don't want to be in, it's all about ego. It's all about, it's not like deep relationships. It's based on other things. It's probably, with the Queen of Wands, I'd say these relationships are based on sex. And with the Ace of Cups in reverse, I just think, you know that you get a lot of attention. As I said, ego. These relationships are based on you wanting attention, you getting it, and then rather than waiting for the right person, or, you know, they won't care about that stuff. Then we have the Three of Cups and the Ten of Swords in reverse. Like, you're resisting an inevitable end, even though you know that there's others involved and third parties. It doesn't have to be a person. It can be a place, a thing. It can be this addiction of bad habit or whatever this is. Like, it's telling me that everything will work out. You are going to have to go through some sort of emotional pain. You are going to have to trust your intuition and also stop depending on other people, because I feel like it's all about having someone. You can't just be okay with your own space. So therefore you keep attracting the Lovers, and the Devil is both in reverse. You keep attracting these toxic relationships that are not your people. So anyway, so you keep trying to, you hold on to, and I know I've said that to you before, you do hold on to these relationships that you shouldn't. Once you know they're toxic, or that there's red flags or whatever, you need to just like exit stage left. Like, this is not for you. But you're not trusting your intuition with the High Priestess in reverse. There are secrets. You may even be ghosted by somebody. Interesting, this card came out before when a whole heap did. Look, a lack of balance. You've got Wheel of Fortune. You need to break a cycle. And you will get to a point where, like, enough is enough. I'm done. I know that I need to take action. I know, as I said, I know what it is. I know what it is I want. I need to focus on that instead of dealing with relationships where they're not equal give and take. You want to have balance, right? It's going to take patience, and it's going to take self-control, and it's going to take wisdom yet again, but you will end up breaking a cycle. But you do need to trust your intuition. And I mean, you know if this relationship is not right for you. And interesting, you had Temperance here and you've got Temperance here in reverse. So you need to do some self-healing. There's something that possibly is being done in excess, as I said, some sort of addiction of some description. Also, this is just not stable, or relationships could be one or many, but they're not stable. There's no flexibility. They're probably immature. Whatever this is, there's an imbalance, not an equal give and take. But it's like, work on manifesting with the star, what it is you want. That's like, you know, shooting stars, wish upon a star. Manifest what you want, but focus on what it is you want and manifest that. I just feel like there needs to be, like, this other person has their attention on whatever they want in life, and I feel like it's going to be like something that causes arguments or disagreements, could be even competition. This person could be a player, but look, you got the World card, so you are going to have, you are going to complete the cycle. But as I said, it's going to take action. It's going to take you manifesting what you want, focusing on that. As I said, it's like standing firm, knowing what it is you want with the darts card, knowing what you want. Get out of this place of denial, right? Realize that things need to change. Stop, we'll see what happens. No, you know that it's never going to get better. You know that this person is not for you. You know that this is a toxic relationship. You know that there's secrets, whether they're from your side or their side. Like, there's things that you know. Time to sacrifice. Dedicate your time to what it is you want. Stand firm, knowing what you want and sticking to it. Like, taking action. Manifesting what it is you do want and believing. Stop looking and being on dating sites and, oh, I'm just going to fill my time with random Joe down the road. No. Focus on you. Focus on believing that when the time is right, something is going to come in your life. And as I said, and for now, you need to rest. You need to resolve this, or whatever issues that you've had from the past hurts, past trauma, past lessons, and learn from it. And boss up. See situations for what they are. Get out of the denial. All right, that is what I have. Yeah. Oh, I forgot this card over here. King of Swords. Oh, and 3 of Swords. 2 of Swords. 4 of Swords. Oh, a lot of swords. All about communication. Like I said, remember with my throat? And it's funny, my throat hasn't been doing that. So, King of Swords. Like, maybe you need to, like, raise your standards for the people that you're actually spending time with. Have higher standards. Maybe write out a list of what you want in a person. You want someone who's going to be an excellent communicator. You want someone who's going to give you truth. You want somebody who is fair, and you just want someone who's not going to be, you know, on drugs or alcohol addictions or gambling or someone you're in a toxic relationship with or whatever. Like, raise your standards. You don't want to be with people who manipulate you. You don't want to be with people who are controlling or cruel or lie. Anyway, that is what I have. I hope this resonates, and I'll catch you with the next read. Thanks for watching. Bye.